What's good, internet? Jake here, dumb as ever, and if you've been watching the channel for a while, you'll know I'm a ride or die stan of Metal Cardbot, which is a South Korean show and toy line that has been making waves for the last couple years. It's about transforming robots that come to Earth as refugees, after their home planet Machina was destroyed. Instead of an all-out war, Metal Cardbot is about these aliens learning to live on a whole new planet, though there are plenty of badass action sequences. The toy line has continually evolved as well, going from the cute and simple robots of Season 1 to the incredibly badass designs of Seasons 2 and 3. Season 3 in particular has blown me away with every new design I see. Titled Metal Cardbot W, Season 3 evolves the show both lore and toy-wise, introducing a new faction called Wild Cardbots, who can be viewed as a proper counter-faction to the Metal Cardbots, though they really are just a different culture. Blue Cop is infected with the Beast virus, which converts him into Blue Cop W, a feral version of himself. The story of Metal Cardbot W has quite frankly been insane, and I've been enjoying it so much. Every new toy I've seen online has looked incredible, but there are two figures that I have been dying to play with, Blue Cop W and Blaion, because not only do they look amazing in their own right, but they have the ability to combine into an insane looking robot, and I finally have them. Today's video is sponsored by JPFans, more on that later. If you enjoy Metal Cardbot, please consider liking and subscribing, because I plan to keep talking about this series ad nauseum. So Blaion and Blue Cop W are going to be the first of 3 Metal Cardbot videos I'm going to do, which is so exciting. I am so excited to take a look at these toys. Like, you guys don't know how much I've been wanting to mess with these guys, and I am so freaking excited to. So let's just get into it. We're going to talk about Blue Cop W first, and then we're going to talk about Blaion, and then we're going to combine them and talk about Grand Bluleon, which is their combined form name. But I did just want to show you the comparison between them in vehicle mode. Obviously, Blaion is huge. I did not realize how big Blaion was, but he's big as hell, man. And honestly, this is kind of... I don't know if this would be scale accurate to real life. I feel like this car would still probably be a bit smaller, but close-ish to like scale accurate for like a sports car and a fire truck, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, we'll take more of a look at Blaion in a second. And then I also wanted to compare him to Blue Cop from Season 1. This is the Chinese Jump Go version. You can tell because the eyes are light blue. Yeah, it's the Chinese version, but same mold, same toy, essentially, as the Season 1 version. And here they are together. As you can see, they're very similar. It's kind of hard to tell on camera. They're not very similar, I should say. They are not very similar, but they have, like, elements that they share that's very obvious that's Blue Cop. The blue for Blue Cop W is darker, just has a darker shade of blue than the original. It's a little bit hard to tell on camera, but is definitely darker, which makes sense. He's gone feral. He's a little bit darker now. He's not that feral in the show, to be honest, but he does have that theme going on with his design. Here they are together. I don't have Blue Cop S, sadly, so I can't compare them, but I think in size-wise, Blue Cop S would be a lot closer to this guy than Season 1. But yep, there they are together. Very cool. I really do enjoy Blue Cop W's vehicle mode. I think it's really, really cool. It is another sports car, police car sort of thing, which Korean transforming toy lines love to do. But he's just like aggressive. He's just got an aggressive look in terms of like the angles and the designs. It looks like he's speeding at all times. Like, just look at his siren. Look how it goes backwards, almost like he's like in motion, you know what I mean? He's got really nice gold detailing all along the sides and on his little crest above his eyes. Underside, you can see some chrome here, some translucent plastic going throughout. You can actually see Blue Cop's hat and eyes just poking through. Kind of cute, kind of funny. Speaking of eyes, the eyes on Blue Cop W are a little bit annoying because they've got this big, you know, crack in the middle. Not a crack, but a seam. And it's just because of the way it transforms. That's why it looks like that, but I don't know, it just looks weird. It looks like he's wearing goggles. It's just very obvious there's plastic over the eyes, which makes it look a little bit weird to me, but that is a minor complaint. It's something I can definitely get over, and in general, I just love to hold this thing. It rolls amazingly.
pinned wheels, of course. But yeah, really, really nice alt mode. I guess I might as well show you Tacky with him as well. Here she is. I'm going to be reviewing her along with Heavy Iron W in another video. But yeah, pretty close in size. She's a bit smaller, a bit shorter, I guess, lengthwise, but still around the same size class, I guess, if they had to have size classes. Okay, we are gonna transform Blue Cop. Let's not take this as an instructional video. This is just, you know, showing you the vibes. I don't like Transformers review videos that don't show the transformation. I also am not, like, good at explaining it, so I just kind of want to show it without, you know, going through every single step here. Okay, this is the combined mode head right here. It just kind of hangs out. Disconnect the arms. So the way it works is that you have to, like, pull up his abdomen here, and then it can flip out, and you can flip out the head. Split the leggies apart, flip them around, collapse the eye pieces, and we have Blue Cop W. Now that is a handsome lad. He kind of looks naked, not gonna lie, without his armor or anything. He looks just very, very normal. He looks like normal version of SpongeBob without his armor. Here he is with the United States release of Blue Cop / Blue Star. So as you can see, he's much, much taller, and he's definitely gotten rid of the kibble situation on the back. They definitely tidied up Blue Cop's look in robot mode, and it's doing wonders for him, man. Let's just take a closer look here. I love that we have a Blue Cop with eyes now. Can actually see his eyes. He's got a little bit of a feline, I don't know, pointy eye sort of appearance because he did contract the beast virus. So he is half beast now. He's not full wild Cardbot. He is just half, or he has traits of one from the beast virus. But you can see here he's got eyes now, which is so cool. It's so nice to have Blue Cop with the eyes. It almost feels a little bit weird. And then he also has these siren looking ears. Kind of looks like he has ears. I never noticed that on the show, but yeah, looks like he has a pair of wolf ears here. You can see on his chest he's got the Star Guardian logo, and then he's still got that familiar shape of these car parts becoming his shoulders, as well as these parts becoming the sides of his legs. So he's similar looking, just streamlined by a lot. His arms are pretty cool because I feel like the forearms almost look like a 6-shooter, like bullet house, whatever you call that part of the gun. And then he also has blasters on his forearm, which is cool. He's got this nice chrome detailing on his leg, as well as these translucent parts. He does have a bit of kibble here on his leg, but I don't hate kibble. Kibble is fine with me as long as it, like, does not get in the way, right? For a Transformer, you want some kibble, so you know it's a Transformer. You know it turns into something. At least that's how I feel. I do want to point out he has light piping, but let me just try it. It unfortunately is not very good light piping, but it is exciting to see just a light piping like thing in the head. I don't know. I just like that translucent piece of plastic in the back of a robot's head. I don't, you know, I got Pavlovian trained to like it, I guess, as a kid. His head rotates all the way around. His arms are on a ratchet here, and then they're kind of like on these awkward, like, just sticks. I guess you could put his arms up here. I don't really know exactly how it's officially meant to be, but you can do whatever you want. That looks pretty cool. I think that looks good. His arm rotates here. There is a 90-degree bend. These things move a lot when you're trying to move the arm, which is kind of annoying. These are kind of annoying for sure. Sort of ab crunch kind of thing. I think it's mainly for transformation, but you can use it like that. He does not have a waist. You can flip his leg up, back, to the side, bend at the knee, this much, so not even a full 90 degree from what I can tell. And then his foot does not move. It's kind of at this, like, predetermined angle. So yeah, not super articulated. I don't know why I thought this guy would have, like, crazy articulation. I don't even know why I thought that, I just did. But he has just a bit better than the original Blue Cop. He has more clearance due to the lack of kibble, but the actual, like, articulation itself, he hasn't improved that much. But I guess we should take a look at his metal card. So, calling this a card is kind of hilarious. The original metal cards were, like, this thick, and now they're whatever they need to be. This started with Season 2 Metal Cardbot S, but they are just continuing it even more in Metal Cardbot W. So this is his metal card. It is actually 2 pieces, so you pull this piece off, and then pull this off, and then you have the card with the, I assume this is the Wild Cardbot logo, and then a picture of Blue Cop W. So this is, I want to call this the Beast Harness. I don't know if it even has a technically like real name, but that's what I call it. I call it the Beast Harness. I don't know if I heard that somewhere or what, but yeah. It just goes right over his head, and then you put these blasters down, and boom, he's got this really cool like crest here, which is molded to look a bit like the nose of a dog. Like this is its nose, and then these are like its whiskers and teeth. But yeah, he's got the Star Guardian logo there, and then he's also got 2 big ass blasters. You can fold them back if you want, so that's cool. You can have him have a jetpack or just be disarmed for a second, but still armored up. And then for his Justice Gauntlet this season, as you can see, it is wildly different. You like that? You like that? You like it? Please like and subscribe. But I am gonna just flip these parts up like so, and then keep the wolf head like that. And he's got fingers that move here and a movable thumb. And what you do here is you turn his arm like this, and you just slot it in. Boom. And it just slots in. There's no like true locking in place as far as I can tell, or at least it very much does not feel like it. But it also doesn't fall out by any means. But this is Blue Cop W with his Wolf Justice Gauntlet, or his Wolf Gauntlet, or whatever it's called now. And as you can see, the sculpting on it is really, really cool. I really, really dig this concept, especially after having Blue Cop for a couple seasons with the normal gauntlet. Having like this really cool themed gauntlet, just, I think it's kind of brilliant. But this gauntlet is not just a big old hand to punch things with. The wolf mouth can actually open, and there is a... Oop, you see, it doesn't quite tab in. And it has a giant blaster that comes out, which is, you know, I don't think I need to tell you, that's insanely badass. Like, his gauntlet before has not had anything like this. It had like little tiny blasters on it in Season 1, I think, but in Season 2 he's got this big ass blaster, and it's even got this red metallic paint right here, which makes it look really cool, like it's charged up. It is a bit unwieldy. It is very, very big compared to his body, which it's meant to be. You know, that's part of the appeal, is that it's almost like the Leo Breaker from Transformers Cybertron, like just getting a big old arm to smash things with. The issue, though, is that it's got this piece, first of all, which is a part of the combination, so this is just in the way, which is annoying. These pieces are kind of get in the way. You can kind of flip them out of the way, that's not a big deal, but the way his arms articulate, it's just a bit frustrating. And this likes to pop up a little bit when you move the arm. Yeah, this kibble piece in particular gets in the way. It's kind of frustrating. It isn't the worst, but I feel like you certainly can't get as many poses as one would want to, especially with how cool the gauntlet like actually looks. I do feel like it's a bit bigger than it needs to be, just because it is used for the combo mode, so they kind of needed it to be a certain size. That's just my theory. I don't know. Maybe a more skilled, like, posing person could have more fun with it. But it is very cool. Like, don't get me wrong. The aura is there. It's just a little bit tough to deal with. I do like to just keep his wolf collar thing on, just because it looks cool. Looks cooler than his standard chest. But yeah, that's Blue Cop. And now we are gonna take a look at Blaion, but before we look at Blaion,
we need to talk about today's sponsor, JPFans. JPFans is a proxy service, which is probably the weirdest kind of website you can buy from. A proxy service acts as a middleman between you and Japanese online stores, like Mercari, Amazon, and Surugaya. There are two main steps for ordering on JPFans. The first is ordering your items. I love to shop on Mercari because you can find great deals on secondhand items. When you order an item, it'll be sent to the JPFans warehouse, where they can store it for you for up to 60 days. That way you can make multiple orders and bundle items together, which is better for shipping. Keep in mind that because JPFans is a middleman, refunds are not guaranteed. The JPFans purchasing agent will attempt to negotiate with the original seller to get you a refund, but it is up to that original seller on whether they will accept a return or not. The second step is paying for international shipping. International shipping has to be calculated after ordering the items, because they have to price out the shipping after packaging and weighing the items. And I also have to mention that international shipping can be super expensive on account of the items coming from a whole different country. But I do have some tips. First of all, there's a calculator which can help you estimate the shipping cost based on the weight of the items you order. Keep in mind this is an estimate, and you won't know the price for sure until your items are packed and weighed, but it does help you know the range you can expect. Another tip is that the most reliably cheap international shipping service is ECMS. If an option for ECMS does not appear for you, message customer support and ask what you can do to get ECMS as an option. If you are not in the United States, I recommend avoiding UPS. They are an American company, so the price to ship is much higher if you're not in the US. Again, if ECMS is not available, message support to see if they can help you. If you do want to use JPFans, please consider using my link below. If you do so, you'll get some coupons. And if you redeem code dumbjake, you'll get a 20% shipping discount coupon.
okay, so now we have Blaion, and boy oh boy, I am so freaking excited to talk about this guy with y'all. I think I've been more excited for Blaion than any other figure in the line, and mainly just because I like fire truck transformers. Like, this guy is gigantic. He is massive, way bigger than I really even expected him to be, even knowing that he was big. Yeah, he is just incredibly cool. I love the red and like lime green color. I don't know if this is like South Korea's like colors they add onto fire trucks, or if it's like a British thing or something like that, but I think it looks really cool. It adds a lot to his look for me. Here he is next to Taki, and you can see that he is just absolutely massive compared to her. He could haul her around like a car carrier. And then we also have Season 1 Blue Cop, which obviously is much smaller. You can see his eyes. He's got very different eyes from most metal Cardbots because he's a wild Cardbot, so they're just a bit more angular and feral looking. You can actually kind of see his head right under here. I feel like that's one thing, is he's missing a bumper basically at the front, which is maybe a negative for you. On the back, he has this extra piece. This plugs in separately. This is for the combined mode. It's like the chest piece and helmet, and it kind of just goes in the back. It also plugs into his robot mode back, so he kind of just carries it around in the show. You can lift the ladder or spray gun, and it kind of does it. It's not a very strong connection here on the actual fire truck. This ladder slash fire water shooter just doesn't feel good. I'll say that right now. I don't like how it feels. I don't think it's gonna break or anything. It just feels flimsy in any place other than just resting at the top of his vehicle mode. So I'm actually gonna remove it real quick to show you the top of the vehicle mode, because there's some cool sculpted detail right here with like fans and some wires and stuff. This blue is obviously for the main robot mode. He's just got some blue randomly on him because of that. Not the main robot mode, the combined robot mode. But yeah, the ladder doesn't really hide all that much kibble. I guess like the legs here, but there is like these panels that are hiding a lot of kibble. So since I already took off the ladder, we should just get started with transformation. And let me just warn you, this guy is extremely parts formery, and you're gonna see just how parts formery he gets here in 1 second. We're gonna take out this thing, just pops out. It's just held in by pegs, not very locked in. I don't like putting that in there because of the chrome. I don't know if this is chrome plastic or chrome paint, but I don't want to like scratch it off, so I probably won't store it like that ever again. I just did that for the video, but just to show you that that's where it goes technically. Now we have these side panels. I'm gonna have to zoom out a little bit. We've got these side panels, and you're gonna pull here because it is C-clipped on. Doesn't feel great to take out, I'm gonna be honest. It kind of feels scary, but that is just what you gotta do. And you're gonna take this entire side panel off of the fire truck, which you can see what I mean by parts forming. And here is the side of the fire truck now. And you are gonna do the exact same thing over here. Take that off, and now you have naked Blaion. This reminds me of like when people peel Pokemon on Twitter, if you've ever seen that. Okay, now we're gonna turn him into a robot. So first things first, we're gonna flip up all of his skirt pieces because we need to rotate his bottom half. Okay, we're gonna transform his legs. So split them apart, and then they are going to extend straight, like that. Extend and straighten. Pull that down. Pull that down, and then these legs are actually going to untab here, and they're gonna, these black parts are gonna collapse, like that. And then you just plug that in, and it stays secure. That, actually taking inches away from him. Okay, and now we're gonna take a look at his upper body. It's funny, his upper body reminds me a lot of Season 1 Mega Trucker, with how it like splits open like this, and then the head comes up. I don't know, it just reminds me of that transformation. Just popped his head up. There we go. We'll take a look at that head sculpt in a second because it is awesome. So now we're going to take these, we're going to fold that, and they are going to become these sort of gigantic side skirts for him. Okay, now we have the water gun thing that goes on the top of his vehicle mode. You split it apart. You're going to open this up and flip out the hand. Flip this down, and then you're going to flip these parts down, and you're going to do the same here. Flip this around. The hand will flip around like so, and you will just slot it in, and slot it in. And here we have Blaion, and golly, this guy is huge. He is so freaking tall. He's damn near as tall as Heavy Iron W, and that's maybe the biggest guy in the whole line. So yeah, this guy has so much freaking aura, man. I love his design. I love the flame effects here, the like metallic flame effects. He's got the two guns on his arms. He's got super long legs and thick thighs, like he is built. This whole section here does remind me so much of Mega Trucker. Up to his head, which kind of looks like it's floating. Just a teeny tiny neck. It kind of just looks like it's floating there. But man, the head sculpt is amazing. It's got that little flame logo here with like exhaust pipes coming out of his head and a wire. Got the blue eyes. Nice painted crest here. He's got the painted lion crest, which is really cool looking. I think that is maybe his own personal logo. I don't think any other wild card bots have that logo. He's got these like green colors running throughout from the vehicle mode into the robot mode. Yeah, dude, I just love the look of this guy. Oh, let me see if I remember this correctly. Okay, I had to watch someone else's YouTube tutorial to even figure out how to do this. Basically, you just have to slide this up here. It's finicky, I'll say that much. It is a little bit finicky. Sorry if that was not good on camera, but it just clips into the back like that. You can make it look however you want. That's how I do for the back. It's got like that jewel there, which looks really cool. Kind of looks like he's got little wings or something. But it is just an artifact that he carries around in the show. So let's take a look at articulation. He can rotate his head 360. His arms can go 360. They can pop out here, but that's just a transformation thing. His arms can go out this far, like that. His arm does bend at the elbow. He has wrist rotation, 360. He can rotate his waist, but it's under his skirt, so you have to lift like all of his skirt pieces to do that. Not impossible, just a little bit of work you need to do to make that happen, but you can rotate his waist under the skirt. His leg goes out, big ass ratchets, goes back to the side. He has a double knee bend, but it doesn't bend all the way just because of how his leg is just gigantic. And then he does have a little toe tilt here. I won't say ankle tilt because the whole thing does not tilt, but his little toe can tilt. Yeah, this dude is built like a brick shit house. I really, really love the look of him, man. I really, really love him. I think this may be like maybe one of my favorite metal Cardbot designs in general. Just a big, beefy, badass fire truck robot. I love it. And I do, even though they're giant ass pieces of kibble, I do love these like wing pieces he has on the side. It almost looks like he's a samurai or something with like katana at his side. Now for his metal card weapon, it does require some parts forming. Unfortunately, you can store this piece here though. Just can just attach it to his leg. Just out of the way there. So much like Blue Cop, he has a gauntlet. This gauntlet is, in my opinion, much more suited for his stature. So you just go ahead and you plug it in. And boom, you've got a big ass gauntlet. Not that much bigger than his regular arm, to be honest with you. Much more in scale. But he has a sword that comes out of the lion mouth instead of a blaster. So yeah, dude has a badass sword. They just know how to be creative and cool and blow you away with just stuff you haven't seen before from Transformers. The Lion Gauntlet does also have this little piece that goes up, sort of like an afterburner or something. But I think it's about time we combine this guy with Blue Cop W, who I should probably show you in comparison because wow, he is so much bigger than Blue Cop W. He's like double the height. I really thought they would be closer in size, but no, this is like a very much big brother, little brother sort of thing going on here. But man, they look awesome together. I really dig these two as a pair. I think they're really cool. And in the story, I'm not going to spoil it, but in the story, they are kind of like mirrors of each other in a way. So like their connection is really interesting and one of my favorite parts of the show. So yeah, I'm super happy to have these two. So let's just get into the combination. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and try and prep Blue Cop first, and then we'll go ahead and get Blaion prepped up and see if we can't get these guys going. So we basically gotta turn Blue Cop into half car mode. Something frustrating with my Blue Cop is I feel like his head doesn't want to go down like it should. Click in these parts. Like I said, vibe-based transformation here. I do not expect the full steps from me. Okay, so this is kind of how you want to have Blue Cop. You're actually going to take his armor from his metal card. You're going to remove the little wolf snout insignia. This part right here, you're actually going to connect the collar to the sides of the arms here with those pegs. And then you're gonna move the arms down over the head and connect them to the thighs here. So kind of incorporating the actual articulation of the figure into this transformation, which is kind of cool, kind of annoying, quite frankly, but it does work, and it locks most of the stuff in place here. So there you go. And then you kind of just keep these out. You can flip them down if you want, but the helmet is going to get in the way. So they kind of act like exhaust pipes or something on his back. Okay, now that we have Blue Cop ready for the most part, I'm pretty sure, I don't know if I'm missing anything, but I think this is correct. We're going to take Blaion here, and we're going to deglove him. When you take off this arm piece, you're just going to flip it around like that, and then you're gonna connect it to his leg like I did the other one. We're gonna lift all the skirt pieces here. Oh yeah, gonna take this off. There we go, and rotate him around. And now we're gonna lift the camera so you can see, and then we're gonna do that, and then we are going to set the arms up like this and connect them together. We are also going to flip the head around and lower it, and that is going to reveal a peg for the body to go on. But before that, we are going to extend the legs, flip it around, and plug the new foot into the old foot. Then you fold these wheels in. So already you can see one of my issues with the toy is that dude is back heavy, and the ratchet joints are very strong, but the way they sit, he leans back for sure. And I've tried and tried, but I cannot seem to get a position for him that does not look awkward. We're gonna go ahead and take our Blue Cop piece. I'm gonna try and show this as much as possible, but we're connecting this piece here, and we're connecting these two C-clips right here at the top. So it takes a little bit of luck, it feels like. Okay, so here we have, this thing is so freaking tall, man. Okay, so we're gonna plug in the arms like so. Just plug them in just like you do with the other ones. For Blue Cops, you're gonna flip up this extra piece that was in the way for regular Blue Cop. Now you're gonna flip it up for Grand Bluleon. Plug it in. Oh, right. And if you look up here, the fists actually have to plug in into those little plugs, those little pegs. And that is gonna connect the backpack and make everything just so much more solid. That feels so much better. Okay, we're gonna take the wing pieces, and we are gonna go ahead and connect them to the back. The back does have a bad habit of splitting apart, which is frustrating. We're gonna take this. Awesome. Got some giant wings. We're gonna take the wolf snout, and we're gonna plug it in here, make his crotch a little more regal. And now, finally, for this piece, you're gonna fold these parts out. You're gonna go ahead and disconnect the helmet. You can open it up. You're gonna flip this down, and then two C-clips are gonna flip out, and those are gonna connect to the hood of Blue Cop's chest. And finally, just plug in the back of the helmet and close it up, and there you go. There we have Grand Bluleon. And holy shit, this guy is Metal Cardbot Omnimod. I mean, freaking look at him. Look at these arm cannons that come out. These are so freaking cool. The arm cannon and... Hold on, let me... Jesus. It cannot be overstated how freaking cool this guy is. Like, oh my god. Oh yeah, you're supposed to do this with the wings. Like that matters. But that's what you're supposed to do. And this has to go down. There we go. Yeah, this guy, you can, on a technical level, pose him. You can, in fact, move him around. He does have joints. But He's also made up of 2 dudes, and it's kind of hard, man. It's kind of hard to pose him. He is very much, in my opinion, a toy that is just kind of meant to stand there and look awesome. And he does that to an insane degree. Like, he has that shit down, bro. The head sculpt is just incredible. Love all this chromed out gold. It's very tastefully used. It feels earned to have this chromed gold everywhere. Yeah, bro, he is just so freaking cool. I think the colors are dispersed pretty well. Most of the red is on here and the arm, and then most of the blue is there and on the body, and then you have the red wings. So it doesn't feel like one color overwhelms the other, really, but it also doesn't feel like a mishmash. It feels like they are combined, which they are. It is an Omnimon situation. There are 2 dudes in this one dude. Let's go ahead and rotate him a little. You can definitely see he is thick, boy. You are going to need some big shells. I kind of angled his leg. He's kind of chicken-legged right now because I feel like that makes him stand up more straight. Let me go ahead and just straighten his legs completely, and you'll see what I mean when I say, like, he just... he just can't... Yeah, I don't even know what's going on. He is not holding form even standing straight anymore, so he's like staying but very precariously on his heels. Look, his feet are not even on the ground. So yeah, this guy he definitely has some standing problems, unfortunately. And then you have to overcorrect like that, right? And that doesn't look good either. I guess that's like the closest to straight you can get his legs, and he is standing. Again, he's standing. Like, look at him. He is quite obviously at a, like, bend going towards the top. I don't like how that looks. That doesn't feel good to me to even look at. Yeah, something like that, I guess. It's still bending backwards, man. I don't know. I don't know about leaving this guy in this mode, to be quite honest with you. Maybe it's just my copy I'm having issues with, but he just does absolutely bend backwards, like, seemingly no matter in what position I put him in. This is kind of the issue with big guys like this. Like, they look incredible. He looks absolutely amazing, but the combined mode, it costs a lot, man. It costs a lot, and I think he would be fine, especially with his legs sort of in this, like, chicken leg orientation. I feel like those are pretty solid. The ratchet joints are incredibly solid. Like, I don't think this guy would fall. Especially if I put him, like, with a wall behind him. I think he'd be perfectly fine, but yeah, it's scary, and these are expensive toys, at least at the current moment, so don't want them to break, obviously, but yeah, just a super awesome mode. It harkens back to RID 01 with Ultra Magnus and Optimus Prime combining for me. Like, it just has that vibe. It's so cool, man. I love this set. I really do. Definitely recommend it if you can get it. If you don't want to pay the crazy prices, definitely recommend just waiting until they come to the US. It'll be a couple of years. You'll be waiting for sure, but man, it is worth it. It is so worth it to me. So yeah, I really love this guy.
Thanks for watching, and thank you to JPFans for sponsoring this video. Sign up with my link below to get some coupons, and redeem code dumbjake to get a 20% shipping discount coupon. If you enjoyed the video, please consider liking and subscribing. And if you'd like to support me further, I have a YouTube membership and Patreon. For $1 a month, both to give you the same thing. Access to my super chill Discord community, where we talk about toys daily, like way too much. Also, I now have a P.O. box. If you'd like to send me any letters, fan art, gifts, etc., I will be opening those packages in a brand new unboxing series. I already filmed episode 1, so I look forward to doing more. Alright y'all, I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.